G'day folks. It's one of those nice little weekdays, as you know. Yeah, what can I say? I've been playing a few video games the last few days, that's why you didn't see much on Saturday. I went in early and kept playing some of the Dishonored game. Absolutely amazing. I highly recommend buying Dishonored on Steam or wherever and playing it if you're right into stealth and action games. There's many ways you can tackle every objective in that game, plus the option and the, I suppose, reward of doing everything fully stealth, like never detected. You get so many different achievements and things. It tells you how bad you were at the end of the level, how much loot you missed, and people you killed, or people who actually saw you, or bodies discovered, or unconscious people discovered. Yeah, it's sort of like, I haven't played the Assassin's Creed series, which I probably should have a long time ago, but I can only say it's sort of like an Assassin's Creed thing where you got to sneak up around people and knock them out or kill them, whichever way you want to play the game. I mean, you can still go for full lethality and just not get detected. You don't have to just knock them out with sleep darts or strangling them, or I suppose you'd say putting them to sleep by squeezing their neck, knocking them unconscious. Yeah, amazing game. I don't have any video footage of it. I've got fraps on this computer, but I don't have a copy of the game on it. And I think I could probably put footage up, but yeah, it's all a licensing thing. Unless you're a member of Machinima or the Game Station, you can't really put big stuff up there. I think the only game you can freely put up and monetize is Minecraft. That's about it. And I'm not going to be doing Minecraft videos. I gave up on that a while ago. It's just the same thing over and over again, and I don't have the time to get super creative with it. Even though I've seen some awesome creative stuff like CPUs and mathematical processors and things built in Minecraft, it's just not my thing at the moment. Anyway, off the topic of a really basic game which brings biggest PCs to their knees, let's go on to something which still hasn't brought my old Athlon X2 to its knees, and that's Far Cry 3. That is an amazing game. It's all open world. It's not what I was expecting, because I never played Far Cry 2. I played the original Far Cry a few times, and that was a nice story campaign. I suppose you'd call it a linear island hopping experience, but the way you could tackle objectives was varied enough that it didn't feel bad. Like it didn't feel like Call of Duty whatever after number 2, where they just hold your hand every way and deny you access to certain areas and insta-kill you if you walk out of the desired area. Far Cry original was a very nice gaming experience, and so is Far Cry 3, which is just a pure open world, like I suppose you'd say GTA, Saints Row, or Just Cause series are like. You can just free roam wherever you want. You're not locked out until you do certain stuff. As far as I can tell anyway, I'm only a few hours in, but it's got a nice crafting system. You've got to craft your weapon holsters and your wallets and your medical supply baggies and things like that. You've got to hunt game for leather. You've got to unlock certain areas by finding radio towers. You've got to do so much stuff, and it's just awesome. The way they pace it, the way the vehicles handle is awesome. I love the driving physics of the what look like Mahindra Jeeps or SsangYong Jeeps. They look very similar to something I've seen around here. I'm pretty sure SsangYong or one of those companies made the same Jeep. They modelled them off in the game, but they're so much fun. Especially the technicals with a light machine gun on them. It's basically just a ute with a machine gun on it. Nothing special, just like they use in the Middle East. A Toyota with a DSHK or a couple of 20mm guns on it's about all they use over there. And yeah, really, really fun. Of course, there are small cars, bigger cars, little cars. You can have a lot of fun with it. Go crashing down a cliff in a little car and understand why you caught fire and the whole environment caught fire. I mean, fire spreads pretty well. It doesn't spread too far, otherwise you just end up with an uncontrollable burnt game. But it's just amazing, the textures and things, even on low resolution or low quality, which is all I'm running it on. It doesn't drop frames and everything still looks stunning. So yeah, worth full price, worth the $70 to $90, whatever you want to pay for the special edition or the basic edition. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. It's a really nice game. The gunplay is good, or everything's good. It's just a really nicely polished game. I suppose the only gripe would be how tedious the inventory system is, and I don't know, I guess I'm starting to sound like Total Biscuit here. I've seen his first impression video twice now, so I'll post a link to it in the description. It's probably the only gaming commentator I really take the full opinion of, I guess, because it's not actually a review, it's just a first impressions, and he seems to know his shit when it comes to first person shooters, and God knows I agree with him. Yeah, as he pointed out, the only big downside of it was that you get really powerful guns straight off the bat, so it's not so much a survival thing like Stalker was, and the inventory system's pretty tedious. And my own personal gripe is that you get lots and lots of notifications and you have to press escape every time and all that sort of thing. So it does sort of baby you along a bit. There probably is a way to disable that, but apart from that, that game's amazing. So yeah, go get Far Cry 3. Not kiddie friendly, it's very intense, quite violent, or it can be if you want it to be. You can do full stealth, or you can just go in there guns blazing. You can pick up an AK-47 and a shotgun and just go nuts. It's really, really good. And again, open world, you got probably over 100 square miles of terrain to explore and find old World War II bunkers and things like that. Yeah, good stuff, go get it. Anyway, I think I just burned up half me ramble for today with games, but that's basically all I've been doing and all I'm going to do tonight. Yeah, I got goodies from Steve in the UK, posting a link to his videos on the in the description. Yeah, he runs he's a mechanic at a private garage, so he found a baggie of truck valve stems for my high pressure experiments and things. Muchly appreciated. These things are infinitely useful in water, air, whatever pressure applications. If you want an inspection point or an air bleed point, they are really, really handy. So big thanks for sending those in. I'll make use of them for the next high pressure experiments. He's got some cool videos up, or he's working on it. He says he's going to work on some car stuff, I think. I think the best one's where he's, I'm guessing it's the place he works at. The owner or dude tries to jumpstart a little Peugeot with 24 volts and actually blows it right in front of the people who are potentially buying it, and then completely loses his shit, as I would too. And tries to, basically kills the car with the forklift. So yeah, that's actually worth watching. But yeah, I also got some RS-232 to USB adapters in the mail today. I bought them off eBay. I like the way they just threw the driver discs in the bag, but they all survived. So I've got 4 of them. Handy. I want to be able to talk to that and the PLC and everything I've got, so I can just plug into there and run a cable out to whatever I want to talk to. It's probably a little bit easier than trying to communicate through the older command prompts and things. And the big bucks thing, which I bought as well, there's a package from NTN, and well, CBC power transmission anyway. Bearings for the next shredder. $250 worth, plus 2 $10 seal kits, so $270. Well worth it. These are heavy duty bearings. I've got to clean and de-rust these new old stock plumber blocks 100%, get them spotless, repaint them, everything like that. And then I've got double row self-aligning roller bearings, locking collars, seals and everything ready to go. So I can start working on the shaft, like work out my shaft dimensions, machined lengths and everything like that, tolerances. Machine up the shaft to suit and get the plumber blocks ready, and then start fabricating a bed plate. And once the bed plate and everything's done, well, I can just build the hopper and everything around it and work out a motor and drive system. There's really not much to it. The tricky part's getting the rotor right and getting your bearings and everything right, because these are pretty tough housings. Like, they're probably not ideal for it. They're a bit thin in the iron department, but they're not as bad as just your regular self-aligning pillow blocks. So they should be strong enough for what I'm going to do. I've got to turn the shaft down to 60 mils, so there's only so much power I can put through it, but it should do the job quite nicely. So yeah, I won't open these up yet, but they're the same as what's on here. They threw this catalogue in from Baldor, or is it yeah, Baldor Dodge bearings and motors, and you can see it there. They got a nice little cutaway drawing. They're sort of like a tapered, or almost like a ball bearing, but just flat ends on it. So they're really neat. But these are a modern version. There's non-split ones, there's split ones, there's flange mount, there's adjustables for conveyor belts and things. You name it. It's all on their website anyway. I think it's something like baldordodge.com or something like that. They even have a YouTube channel where they show how all their small and large frame electric motors are assembled and built. They're quite interesting. So anyway, that's what's in there. And there's also a set of instructions and tolerance guides and things like that for setting up these pillow blocks or plumber blocks. So I've got a lot of research to do on that one, but it should come up pretty good. They've even got little spot points where you can drill. Once you've got the bed plate and everything squared up 100% and clamped in, you can actually drill holes down through there and put dowel pins in there, so every time you take a bearing mount off and put it back on those dowel pins, it's 100% square every time. So you just put hardened steel dowels into the bed plate and away you go. Job done. Of course you'd have to ream these out after drilling, but as long as your dowels are hard fixed to the bed plate, the block just drops into place and you don't have to worry about aligning them again. So, very good there. Very, very good. It's probably going to be the biggest, heaviest lump of machinery I've ever built here. And that's saying a lot. I've built some pretty crazy things, but the rotor alone is probably going to be a 2-person lift every time I have to move it past this crane. I mean, I've got to get it turned. I've got to, well, probably take it to work and turn it. Yeah, that's going to be the interesting bit. I don't even know if I can weld to this steel that I've got. I might even have to go out and just buy a length of black steel that I can weld to. Because that's the other part. I don't know what grade of steel I've got. It's probably tool steel, and in that case you can't really weld to it. It's too brittle. So anyway, we'll find out later. I've already got the bearings, that's the main part. It's probably the most expensive part. Unless I have to go out and buy laser cuttings or a new shaft, but either way it's going to happen. I don't mind spending $1,000 or so on this project because it's going to be a big beefy shredder. Eventually powered by that, but for now it'll be an electric motor and a worm drive just for testing purposes. Who knows, it might stay that way, it might be strong enough. It's only going to be eating electronic scrap like computers and other junk. Plastic casings, old flat panel TV casings, old panels. We'll feed it whatever it can take. I guess if the horsepower and drive is limited, it'll stall before it breaks anything. That's the worst thing. If you put too much horsepower onto the input, if you stall it, you end up breaking stuff. You tear shaft keys off apart, you bend rotors, split the housings apart. Horrible things could happen if there's too much horsepower. But if there's just enough that it'll stall and trip an overload or something, that's perfect. So, yeah. There's your extended ramble for the day. Not much else happened out here. UPS is still there. It will come apart though. I don't have any use for it and the transformer's been too badly butchered to be repaired, so it's going to come apart whether you like it or not. Anyway, I wish I could have kept that UPS in good order, going through its little onboard diagnostic menu. It was shut down on the 27th of last month and there was nothing wrong with it when it did. It didn't shut down because of a major failure, it was just switched off. And they pulled it out of commission. So yeah, pretty sad that way. I'm guessing they just upgraded for size. They might have upgraded all the servers and the instruments at the Bureau of Meteorology station or wherever it was. I'm down on the Mornington Peninsula, so it can't have been too far away. Yeah, I don't really know where it would have come from, but obviously they just upgraded. Something much bigger. Oh well. That one's not salvageable, but I'm going to make the most of all the bits that are in it. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for loads more. I'll post a link to Stevie G's page in the description and go check out his little videos. He doesn't have an awful lot, but I don't know, maybe a few subscribers will encourage him to make some more. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more.